Is Pat McGrath done? Has she expired? Let's talk about it.
Cockroaches, thieves, gotta cross the floor. No, it's more than survival, baby, it's hardcore. Cockroaches, so hard to kill, hard to ignore. The shadows I explore, tell me more, tell me more. Cockroach love, it's a dirty affair. Legs intertwined, discuss it with fear. Cockroach creeping up my belly to my throat. She's what I miss her, but we add one more. Jeez, look at that.
Let's talk about it. That is the worst connection of music to talking ever. But anyway, who cares? No one. Hi, my name's Amanda. This is the Tequila Hour. Today, I am going to talk about expired makeup. So, if you want to play along, please do, because if you are a makeup lover like myself, you would hoard makeup like myself. Not only that, but let me just say, yeah, it's true. It's not bullshit. It is absolutely true. I'm into it. First of all, this is the Tequila Hour. My name's Amanda. Grab a drink, grab a snack, relax, and let's just talk about expired makeup. And you'd be like, really? And I'd be like, yes, bitch. That's what we're going to talk about today. First of all, let's do some admin. There's not much admin. What shall we talk about? Last week I did my 100th episode. Yes. Oh, not boo. What? No. No. Yes, thank you for writing. Okay, stop that. Roadcaster 2, I love you, but that's weird. Yes, 100th episode I did last week. Can't believe it. Actually, I can because I did it all. I made this. No, I did it all on my all by myself. Anyway, yes. Let's just focus. Grab a drink, relax. It is Sunday. It is the 20th of April 2025. I'm recording this at 5:51 p.m. in Australia, New South Wales. You know the drill. In the secret location, I am looking out the podcast studio, all in one studio. And it is dark and the street light's on and it's kind of sexy. Just say, I love it. The sky is a greyish purple. The trees are dark. The street light's on and I'm feeling it. So, yeah, let's get into it. Expired makeup. Look, if you are a makeup lover like me, you will have a shit ton. A shit ton. I'm not going to lie. Is it a shit ton? Is it? No, it's a lot. You would have a lot of makeup. Yes, I'm still using my Rode broadcaster. Love you, Rode. Yes, makeup. Let's talk about it. Expired makeup. So, for anyone who loves makeup, you would know that in a rapidly changing world, there is, let's just start with the removal of talc as one example. There is products that are unfortunately being discontinued at a tremendous high rate right now. We're all freaking out. We're fucking freaking out, mate. Freaking out. Just Givenchy Prisme Libre powder. That's all I need to say. If you know, you know. I'm telling you right now that it's getting dire. And you know what? The thing is, do you still use your expired makeup? Should you use your expired makeup? What is the expiration date? Is it, in air brackets, bad for you? Are you going to die if you use expired makeup? Now, let's just cut the shit. A lot of us, if you are a true makeup lover like myself, you have makeup from fucking years ago. May I also say to you that you've probably put on one or multiple pieces of that makeup that is truly expired. May it be your favorite lipstick. May it be your favorite eyeshadow. May it be, do I say it? Your favorite foundation. Your foundation. Let's get dangerous. Could it be your favorite mascara? And this is the thing. If you are a true makeup legend, hero, savant, all of the above, I'm going to cut the shit right now. You are holding on to shit that you probably don't need to hold on to. But may I surmise to you that because of the rapid changing movement in the makeup industry where everything seems to be fleeting and your favorite mascara, for example, is here, then gone, then what's a girl supposed to do? Are you supposed to just chuck it out? Or, which is what you probably should do, or you're directed to do, or should you hold on to it and use it in 5 years and, I don't know, dice with the devil and see if you get an eye infection? You know what I'm saying? Now, the thing is, I'm talking about this subject today because, one, I recently watched, well, actually yesterday, I watched a Tardy Westbrook video where she had a tray of makeup that she was holding on to. One of them being her wedding foundation, which I think she's been, I don't know how long she's been married, without looking it up, a long time. And she's still holding on. Is she using it? No, but she's still holding on to it, all right? I will put my hand up right now and let's backtrack a bit. On makeup, if you didn't know, if you're not a makeup lover, savant, let me just have a quick sip of my drink. Oh, I didn't tell you what I'm drinking. I'm drinking tequila, Patron, the nice Patron, by the way. I had it with a Monster and now I'm having it with sugar-free Solo. Get on it. Drink. Break. It's good. Anyway, I didn't tell you what I was drinking. Let's talk about it. Expired makeup. Okay, so like I said, if you are a makeup lover like myself, mate, you are hoarding your shit. You have realised through the movement of time and how quickly things change in the makeup industry where, you know, I don't know, let's think about MAC. Let's talk about MAC as one example where, you know, your favourite lipstick that you loved and adored, how long ago is reformulated and years later MAC are trying to convince you that it's the same and bullshit. It's not. It's not the same colour. It doesn't feel the same. It's not the fucking same, all right? Now, the problem being is that if you loved a particular MAC lipstick back in the day and you still hold on to it and it still smells okay, should you wear it? That was Adobe Creative Cloud, by the way. Should you still wear the expired lipstick? What is it going to do to you? Are you going to die? These are the things I want to talk about today, because in a throw-out society, sorry, I don't know what I was going to say then, a throw-out society, everything is formulated, made to throw out. It's not made to keep forever and ever. Amen. The same clearly is for lipstick, but it's a little bit different. It's not like a television. It's not like a refrigerator where, you know, they kind of make it not really to last and you can replace it. It's all cool. I'm talking about something that you're using on your physical body. Therefore, the stakes are higher. The stakes being that you could get, I don't know, a weird eye infection if you wore old mascara. Could it be that if you wore old foundation, you could get a breakout, as in you'll get shit ton of pimples and you'll be like, fuck me. Could you then say that it could get worse? Could you say that if you wore an old mascara and kept wearing it, not only would you get an eye infection, but then you'd get some, you're not going to get blind, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a dermatologist, ophthalmologist. Is that the word? Oh, pulled that out of my ass. Look, are you going to go blind from using old mascara? No, I don't think so. Don't quote me. But when I'm talking about expired makeup, there is hazards that you will need to circumnavigate and decide as a consumer, is it worth it? Is it worth it taking the risk, thinking that you could get an eye infection from wearing an old eyeshadow? Now, straight away thinking about that, I am thinking about Tardy Westbrook. I have her palette. Now, a lot of you out there will have her eyeshadow palette. It was glorious. It had a lot of sparkles in it, a lot of, what do you call it? Not shimmery shit. Pressed glitter is what I'm trying to get at. It had a lot of glitter. Now, it's way past expired. I'm assuming the expiry date, and I'll step back one step. If you didn't know and you're not familiar with makeup, makeup actually has expiry date. It has usually a little jar, and it'll have like expiry in 6 months, expiry date 12 months, expiry 24 months, etc. It's like a little jar symbol on the actual product itself. Now, most people, well, me, I would actually say to you, most people who buy makeup aren't thinking to themselves, okay, I've bought it on the 20th of April 2025. I'm going to note it down on my calendar that this product being Prada eyeshadow, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, let's go with it. Prada eyeshadow only lasts 12 months. Therefore, I'm going to set a reminder to myself that in 12 months, I'm going to remove this product from my makeup collection and chuck it out. I would say to you that people who love makeup like myself are not doing that. Most people who love makeup keep it. Now, there is some products that, let's go back and say, like Tardy, and then her video that I recently watched where, and I'll link it in the description of this podcast, where she talked about her wedding foundation that she used, and the vendor, that's the only thing that comes to mind, merchant, producer of the product, no longer exists. She doesn't use the foundation, but for memory purposes, she's kept the foundation. It's years later. It's probably off. May she secretly put it on her face? I wouldn't be surprised if she did. You know what I mean? I would not be surprised. If you are someone who loves makeup and beauty and skincare like Tati Westbrook, like myself, I would not be surprised if she secretly puts that foundation on and doesn't tell anyone. Yep, that's all I've got to say. She is willing to take the risk of, I don't know, a bacterial, what are you going to get? Some pimples and maybe a weird rash, and that's it. You're not going to die from putting on old foundation. Oh, like disclaimer, I don't know if you're going to die. I don't think you are. I don't think you're going to have a sudden weird reaction and suddenly you have anaphylactic shock from wearing 20-year-old foundation. I don't know. I could be wrong. What I'm saying to you is that people who love makeup have makeup in their collection that is old. And more, a lot of us are holding on to our precious gems because a lot of the makeup we love and adore is changing and it's not coming back, and we just want to love it and keep it and use it, and we're like, shit. What do we do? So, yes, Tati Westbrook and her wedding foundation is one example. The biggest example I can give right now is Givenchy Prisme Libre powder. Everyone knows about it. If you love makeup and you love setting powder, you know the fuck what I'm talking about. It is, I was going to say, is it the best? Yeah, it's probably, in my opinion, the best foundation. I was going to say, not a foundation. I'm talking about setting powder. It is the best powder for your face, full stop, for your face. For your face, full stop, the end, drop the mic. Like, if you know, you fucking know. I'm telling you right now, Prisme Libre, Givenchy, the original version, loose setting powder is the shit. The end. Goodbye. I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink. Give me a second. Anyway, yes, it is the shit. And the problem is, if you don't know, if you're not in, one of those girls who follows shit like I do, and a lot of people do, Givenchy reformulated their setting powder to take away talc. So there's a whole story about that. I'm not going to get into it today because it's preposterous and ridiculous in my opinion. I don't give a shit. I could not give a shit about the issues around talc or that. It could be harmful. I don't care. I really don't. Considering I live in a world that surrounded by molecules of shit everywhere, having a bit of talc in my setting powder is the least of my problems. Just calling it. And the thing is, for whatever reason, in their infinite wisdom, Givenchy decided to remove talc. Now, the problem being is a lot of companies right now, makeup companies, are removing talc from, mainly it's in setting powders. So you're like just your standard setting powders. And what else would it be? I think it's in powder. I don't know. I really don't know. But there's talc in a lot of shit, believe it or not. Problem being is that when Givenchy reformulated their powder to remove the talc, they fucking butchered it. And I'm going to call it, we all know. If you know, you know. They fucking butchered it. And to the point where everyone hated it. Givenchy panicked and they came out with a pressed powder version, which apparently is okay, but not the same. I haven't tried it, so I can't give my full opinion on it. But I will say to you that I am going to hold on. I've got some. This is the thing what I'm getting into. I have got some. I'm at the point where, do I stop using it because I'm never going to get it again as in it's the pink. I think it's number 3 in the Givenchy powder, loose powder. I'm never going to buy the original. I can't buy the original again. So the problem being is, and it's expired. I can tell you right now it's probably expired. I don't know what the period is on that. I'm assuming 24 months. I can look at it. I'm not going to because I can't be bothered. It's not very long because it's high end, so they like to have a short period. Anyway, I will say to you right now that do I stop using it because I need to hold on to it? And the problem being is then it will expire if it hasn't done so already. Therefore, I'm using expired setting powder. Now, is it a big deal? Am I going to suddenly break out? Am I going to die from using an expired Givenchy setting powder? I'm going to say to you, no. I'm going to call it. I am not concerned. Now, in due diligence, if you are someone who has problematic skin and, you know, I don't know, you just put one thing on your face and you break out, like sunscreen is probably a good example where you use a new sunscreen and suddenly you get shit ton of pimples all over your face because you tried a new product, then you might be more hesitant to use expired makeup. But all in all, I don't care. I don't care. I would say to you, well, actually, I should try it. Now, what am I going to try it on? I have kept, it would be expired because I'm talking, what am I, 52, so it'd have to be at least 20 years old, 20 maybe. Back in the day, I bought, and I've still kept it, and I think I've talked about this, a Lancome eyeshadow. I've got a couple of them. They are shades of purple. There's one that's a deep purple and one that's a light, if you want to call it lilac, silver for a better interpretation. It's expired. It is way expired. Am I concerned to use that product on my face? I don't know. I haven't used it. Have I kept it though? Yes, because it holds great sentimental value to me. Very similar to what Tati was saying with her video where she's kept her wedding foundation. It holds a great significant meaning to her. Has she used it? I would not surprise if she hasn't used it in secret. I'm sure she has. Would I use it? Fuck it. What's going to happen? Am I going to die from using expired powder? Unless, look, let's go to my favourite product, a lipstick. I love, as you know, if you didn't know, I love lipstick. I should probably count them. I have a lot, at least 50. It could be 50. It could be 40. I don't know. There's a shit ton. I don't know. I did throw out some, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago. I wish I hadn't. Actually, there was a couple of lipsticks that I had from the first rendition of KKW Beauty that I wish I held on to. Anyway, doesn't matter. I let them go. I know, it's very sad. Anyway, lipstick. Lipstick doesn't have a long shelf life. You have different versions of lipstick. You have obviously your matte lipstick, you have your satin, you have your lip gloss. You have, oh no, so there's just so many. I have a lot. Can I say to you, hand on heart, that I probably have lipstick that has expired? Yes. Now, I think, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I went through my lipstick and there was ones that I actually chucked out because they were clearly expired, and some of them actually smelled whack, as in off. So I threw them. I didn't want to, but I I should have held on to them actually. No, I threw them out. In the meantime, I actually purchased a really old Dior lipstick. I haven't used it. Maybe I should use it. Fuck it. I purchased a really old 90s Dior red lipstick. I don't have it on me. It's in my collection. It's way over its expiry date. I would say to you that what's the risk here? Is there more risk in putting eyeshadow on your eyes that's expired? Is there more risk putting lipstick on your lips expired? Is there more risk putting foundation on your face expired? Or is it all expired and you shouldn't do it? Now, I'm sure your dermatologists, yes, thank you. Dermatologists, people who are into skincare, they'd be like, what the fuck are you saying, Amanda? Please shut up. You're scaring me. Don't do it. I would also say to anyone who is an absolute lover of makeup, don't lie to me right now and tell me that you haven't put an old lipstick or an old eyeshadow that's expired by its terms on the product itself. So the little symbol that says its shelf life is 6 months, 12 months, 24 months. Don't tell me that you haven't used, probably one of the best examples, an eyeshadow that's gone past that period. Don't lie to me and tell me that those eyeshadows that are expired as per the product's instructions are still fine. This is the thing. When I go back to Tardy's video that I watched today, and there was, I can't remember the brand, but there was an orange eyeshadow. It was gorgeous, may I say. It's probably, I don't know how old it was. The brand didn't exist anymore. Maybe 10, 20, I don't know how old it was. It was glorious. It was pigmented. It looked fine. I don't think it smelled, because she didn't say it smelled off or anything like that. Did she secretly put it on her eyes? I don't know. But I can tell you right now, hands on heart, I've got palettes here that are expired. And what do I do with them? Am I going to just chuck them out? Because this is the thing. I'm going to talk about Pat McGrath and lead into this conversation around Pat McGrath. I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink and I'm going to do, I don't know, let's do this. Patron and sugar-free solo. It's the best. Anyway, Pat McGrath. Yes, if you're not a makeup person, you'd have to know. I don't care. You'd have to know who Pat McGrath, the makeup artist, is. All right? You might know, actually. Yeah, you might know. If you're not a makeup person, you actually might know who Pat McGrath is. She has come out with, in the past, not now, unfortunately, she has come out with some of the most unique, beautiful, mind-blowing, expensive, sublime palettes that have ever existed in the world. Yeah. Yep. If you know, you know. She has come with her palettes, her, what do you call them? I'm visualizing them, and I'm actually should probably tell you what they are. I actually linked them in the description of this podcast, so I'm not just talking out of my ass. Where is... I actually have her website open. I'm going to go to her palettes. Mothership, thank you. Her Mothership palettes. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I have 2 of them. They are expensive. They're even more expensive now. When I purchased them, they were $120. Yep. For 10 eyeshadows. They are gloriously presented in this black lacquer casing. She has her special shades. They are glorious. I'm going to tell you right now, they are glorious. They are the most, if you're into makeup and into, well, actually any type of makeup, I'm going to tell you right now, these eyeshadows are everything that a girl could ever want and dream of. They are beautiful. Mothership palettes, get on it. I have 2. Some of the early ones, Subliminal and Subversive? And I think they're 2 and 3. I could be wrong. I'll link them in the description. I will say to you that because they were so expensive, they weren't something that I bought straight away. They are something that I had to wait, and I bought them years later. May I say to you that they are art in its pure form. For a makeup person, art at its purest. May I say to you that my Mothership palettes are now expired, unfortunately. May I also say to you that will she ever make those palettes again in its original formula? No. If you have been playing along and know of what's been happening in the Pat McGrath space, you will know that her eyeshadow palettes are now made in a different factory. They're not the same formula. Her special shades are not the same. They're not the pressed formulas as they were. The special shades, they don't exist anymore. So for people like myself who luckily, thank fuck, have her original formulas in the original palettes, you're very lucky. The thing though is they would now be expired. And I will say to you that I will never, I'm telling you right now, hand on heart, I will never chuck out those palettes. 1, because they were fucking expensive. But 2, and I've got other ones from her. I've got like a 4-pan. I don't know, maybe I'd have to be at least 4 years old. I've got one of her Christmas, holidays. It's not Christmas special. It's a holiday special ones. At least 3 years, 4 years old. I'm telling you right now, I'm never going to get those. I'm never going to have access to those types of formulas that Pat McGrath introduced us to ever again. Hand on heart, I will never chuck those palettes out. Hand on heart, I don't care. I'll put them on my eyes and I don't give a fuck. And this is the thing. Trust and believe there's people like myself who will never chuck out makeup like that. And why would you? You will never, ever have the opportunity to buy the same formula, the same product as it was ever, because we know, if you know, you know, Pat McGrath is not making the same formula as she did. It will never be the same. Now, this is the thing. This is the conundrum in all of this. Do you, because right now, I can tell you right now, they're expired. I've had them years. I've had the 2 palettes that I've got, I don't know, at least 5. It could be more. It'd have to be more than 5 years. At least. Yeah, probably. I've had them longer than 5 years. Will I ever throw them away? No. Will I use them on my eyes? Yes. Am I concerned that I'm going to go blind from using it? No. Am I concerned that I could have a slight eye irritation? Maybe. I will tell you, though, I will never throw them away. And anyone who really, truly, deeply loves makeup like I do, and there's a lot of you out there who have the same sentiment as me, they will never throw out this shit, ever. And you always have that one or multiple or several pieces of makeup. May it be eyeshadow, may it be like Tardy with her foundation from her wedding day from a brand that no longer exists. May it be your favourite MAC lipstick. And I'm thinking of Erin Parsons, who it's a little bit different. I mean, actually she does. She puts lipstick on her lips that like 90s lipsticks, like as in we're now in 2025 and she is putting on, I don't know, 1991 lipstick from MAC. She's doing it. I would say to you that is she putting it on and wearing it all day? Probably not. I would say to you, though, that yes, everything has a shelf life. I mean, like food, you know, the merchant is trying to do their best to say to you that, you know, the ideal shelf life for AKA this lipstick is 6 to 12 months. Oh, no, 12 months, okay? I would say to you that I'm not going to replace my Chanel lipstick that I bought, which is the one with the glass bullet that I bought in a 3-pack, and it was fucking expensive. And I'll try and link it how expensive it was. It's probably more expensive now. Will I ever replace it? No. Unless it starts stinking. Actually, no. I won't even if it starts smelling weird, I'll keep it because it's that beautiful and I'll never get rid of it because it's that unique and it is what it is. But what I'm saying to you is expired makeup. We all use it. I mean, there's so many videos now that come out from people that you follow where there's this whole movement, well, there was kind of a whole movement around using makeup from the vault. So when I'm talking about the vault, I'm saying to you, instead of using makeup that you've just purchased, using makeup that's in your collection. And for some of these people who, for their living, they are promoting makeup primarily on YouTube, Instagram, and all the other socials that exist in this reality that is the reality, then this is the thing. They are using clearly makeup that sorry, I don't know, I was hearing something in the background. There is this whole thing where the premise being that they're using makeup from their collection. They're not using makeup that they've just purchased. And clearly it's makeup that has expired. And they're kind of saying, look, this makeup, you know, doesn't exist anymore. It hasn't been sold for many years, yada, 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 and they'll use it live on a video. And this is the thing for anyone who regularly buys makeup, you know, foundation, eyeshadow, mascara, lipstick, blush. What else is there? Contour, eyebrows. There's so much. This is the thing. If you're really into it, you will have products that you have held on to because you love them and they work for you and you're like, this is finally I've found the perfect eyeshadow pencil for the end of time. And guess what? It's not made anymore. Now, this is the thing. Do you keep using the eyeshadow pencil that now is telling you that it's expired? Or do you chuck it out and just try another one? Now, this is the thing. Anyone who loves makeup, they'll probably go and buy another one. But I can say to you that they'll keep the old one and they'll keep using it. And if they're lucky, they might use it all up, depending on the product. And I can say to you, let me think about it. Let me think about this. Actually, I know the answer. Have I actually ever used a lipstick bullet or lipstick gloss, lipstick, I don't know, conditioner, anything lipstick related? Have I actually ever used a lipstick and finished it? No, never. It's me banging the table, by the way. I have never purchased a lip bullet and used it so much that it's run out. The only product I can say to you that may come close would be, I know, like a lip gloss or something like a lip balm. That's the only product that I've used up in its entirety, the end, full stop. If I'm talking about lipstick, lip gloss, matte, satin, all the rest of it, I cannot say to you that I've ever used a product up completely in its expired time frame, as in maybe 6 months to 12 months, and then gone, yeah, I'm going to buy another one. Never. There is lipsticks. I can tell you right now, lipstick bullets that I have in my collection, apart from the Dior one, the 90s one, which is really old, never used it, that I have some old MAC ones, and I think, like I said, about between 3 and 6 months ago, there was a couple of lipsticks I chucked out because they did smell rank. I kind of wish I kept them just for the sake of keeping them, but I know I did the right thing and chucked them out. But what's the right thing? This is the thing. This is where, when you talk about Erin Parsons, whose makeup museum, where she's kept some phenomenal MAC lipsticks. She doesn't use them. Some of them she actually does. But she's kept them for the sake of then going, okay, MAC has come out with the same colour version 20 years later, and guess what? It's not the same. And this is the original, and this is the new formulated version, and guess what? Look at it. And this is the thing. Do you just chuck out your expired shit, or do you just keep using it? And when we talk about influencers who do go to their in-air brackets, their vault, and they use makeup that hasn't been recently released, trust and believe it's expired. And is it such a big deal? Is it? This is what I'm saying. Is it that bad? Look, let's talk about foundation. If you've got shitty skin and you've got a foundation that you've had for, most foundations I'd have to say would be at least 12 months shelf life, I'm assuming. I don't like assuming, but I'm assuming 12 months shelf life. If I was to say to you that most people, unless you're wearing makeup every day and you're an influencer and you're chowing through your bloody foundation, most women don't use all their foundation in the set expiration period. Therefore, the foundation they love and adore that they've kept is likely to be expired. Now, what is the issue with that? The issue being that there could be some foundations that you use. If you've got bad skin, you use it and then you're just going to break out, unfortunately, which no one wants. No one wants to have pimples all over their face and have a weird skin reaction from wearing old foundation. But all in all, for when you do, and I did one before, when you do a Google search on expired makeup and it starts telling you that, you know, you're going to have breakouts, you're going to have this, you're going to have that. Are you? Are you? Unless it's truly like, look, this is where common sense prevails, in my opinion. If you've got a foundation that you love and adore and you smell it and it smells fine, why wouldn't you keep using it to the end until you've got rid of it instead of going, okay, it's got a 6 to 12 month shelf life. I don't know when the fuck I bought it. Therefore, I'm just going to keep using it. Or no, I don't know when I bought it. I think I kind of bought it maybe at least 12 months ago. Therefore, I'm just going to chuck it. Then I'm going to buy another one. And I haven't really finished the other one that I chucked out. And then I've just spent another, I don't know, thinking of a foundation I love, NARS light reflecting foundation. I don't know, what is it? 40, 50, 50-ish bucks. Am I going to spend that again and still have the same situation where I'm not going to finish it, but it will expire before I finished it, and then I'm just going to do it all again? That whole societal thing where it's not the same, but it kind of is, where, look, it's expired, it's past its use by date, I'm going to get rid of it. Or it's not working, I'm going to get rid of it and just buy another one. Or they're designed that way so they never last. So you just forced, you know, to buy another one in a 12-month period, even though the one that you had previously was absolutely fine. This is what I'm saying. Are we being hoodwinked? Oh, I think that's my husband's timer going off. Are we being completely hoodwinked by the makeup industry in relation to expired makeup? I'll go back to Tati Westbrook and her eyeshadow palette. I haven't used it for a long time. I still have it. Am I concerned if I put it on her eyes? Weird. On my eyes. Look, there is some glitter in her palette that was hard to put on your eyes anyway. But all in all, would I be concerned about putting it on my eyes and having an eye infection? No. Unless it smelled rank, unless unless it smelled really funky, which it doesn't, I don't care. I'm going to put it on my eyes. And this is the thing where, like, you know, I don't know, like the Givenchy powder. No one can buy the original anymore. The original is gone. Gone. If you have that original version in your possession, are you going to stop using it because it's past its use by date? Because you know the next alliteration of the powder is shit. Absolute fucking shit. Are you then going to say, I'm not going to use the version that I have in my possession because it's expired, or I'm just going to use or not use it at all and then try and find some other fucking powder that perhaps might do the same job as the Givenchy? We've all been there. And I've done that. Makeup by Mario powder, it's pretty good. But it's not the same. It's not the same. And I can say to you, hand on heart, I am holding on to my Givenchy powder. I used it today. I don't like using it because not because it's expired, but because I cannot buy it ever again. And this is the thing. I know there's people who think like me. I know that there's people who love makeup who are in the same situation as me, that not only are we talking about the expiration of a makeup item, but the reformulation of makeup items that are happening more and more. Dior is another example that they love reformulating their shit. Don't ask me why. Maybe they're bored. They just want to make more money. This is what I'm saying. It's just ridiculous. And, you know, if you are someone like myself that has a big collection, and I don't have a massive collection like some of these influencers, they have double, triple the amount of makeup that I have, they would often probably be in a situation where they're like, do I just throw it out because it is expired, or do I keep it, or what do I do? Or do I give it away? Or this is what I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying it's not important to promote and denote on an item its shelf life. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, for anyone who's really truly into makeup products, is it that bad? Is it that dire to use expired makeup? Is the world going to end if you do? It's not going to end. Clearly it's not going to end. But is it that dangerous and that horrible and that horrific if you use expired makeup? And where's the limit? I mean, there is a conversation depending on the makeup type. So is it any different putting an expired eyeshadow on your eyelid than putting an expired mascara on your eyelashes? It's right near your eye, both products. But how many conversations is there around, the mascara, you should only have a mascara for 3 months and you should chuck it out? I understand that, but wouldn't then eyeshadow come under that same category? So therefore you're saying that if it's more than 3 months, you should chuck it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, look, if you watch YouTube, like I love YouTube, if you didn't know, you should know if you listen to this podcast, that we've all seen the horror videos where people have used mascara that they shouldn't have been using, or it's really old, or it's kind of manky, or I know they don't take off their mascara. I know. And then, they have eye issues. There's the whole thing. I'm sure if you want to dig into it, go for it. It's horrendous. It's yuck. All in all, you can't tell me there's a shit ton of the majority of female populations in the entire world that aren't using expired makeup and they're absolutely fine. We know it's true. It's happening. And it's going to happen more and more because A, the cost of makeup is increasing and it's going to get worse. And B, companies are reformulating our favourite makeup items and often making them worse, and they're not the same. So there's that. And C, if you are a makeup lover and you've kept a hold of your favourite items, then what are you going to do with them? Are you just going to one day just chuck your whole collection out and start again? No. If you truly are someone who loves makeup, you're not going to do that. It's hard to do that. Like I said, there's makeup, there's lipsticks. Like for me, I'm a big lipstick person. There was lipsticks that I threw out, I think it was about 3 or more months ago. Some of them They were funky. I was never going to wear them. I now, looking back, wish I'd never thrown them out. I'd never use them again, but I wish I'd never had thrown them out. Where would I've kept them? I don't know. But this is what I'm saying. There's some of them that are fine. This is the thing, a lipstick. A lipstick's a good example, very similar to a mascara. It's a wet product. It's on your mouth. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a text message. Who's that? That's dinner's ready. All right. I think I'm going to stop there. I'm actually going to stop for a second and get some dinner. I'll be back. Bye. And I'm back. Don't ask me when I stopped. Don't know what time. Had dinner, smashed it, and now I'm back. Anyway, I think I got to the end of the conversation anyway. All in all, I will propose the question to you. Do you wear expired makeup? Do you care if it's expired? Will you continue to wear expired makeup? The end. No, that's the thing. Like, all in all, as a makeup lover, we all have makeup that we love and adore, that we'll hold on to, like Tardy Westbrook, that will probably hold on to till the end of time and not use. I'm pretty sure she secretly uses it. Just saying. In my opinion. There is makeup, like for me, for example, there's lipsticks that I wish I hadn't thrown out, to be honest. I wish I kept them, but I didn't because they were a bit ranky and smelly. But I wished I kept them for sentimental value, aka KKW, Kim Kardashian's lipsticks, because, mate, when are you going to get the original? And there is now after that where there is lipsticks that, for me, just as an example, are clearly expired. I don't use them, but I'll keep them for sentimental purposes because some of them, as an example, are matte lipsticks that you'll never ever get again. A bit like Erin Parsons, that just keep them. You don't have to use them. But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of makeup that I would use now that, I know, yeah, I could confidently say there's makeup that I use now that's expired. I know the other day I did think to myself, as an example, and this was a face product, concealer. I've had Natasha Denona concealer and corrector, and I'm pretty sure it's out of date. Still works. And I'm like, should I get a new one? And I did. I ended up buying the Kosas corrector and the Lancome concealer, and I'm glad I did because they're phenomenal products together or separate. So that's the thing. If you're thinking about your expired makeup in your collection and thinking, should I chuck that out? You could flip the whole conversation that I'm having today and think to yourself, well, it's an opportunity to go and look at a new product that you've never used before but thought to yourself, I want to give it a try. And you might be blessed with having a better product. Or you could also then, take the gamble and think to yourself, no, I should have just stuck Natasha Denona concealer. Look, I probably will buy her concealer again. It's that phenomenal. But I will say to you that I'm very happy with the two new concealers that I've purchased. They're in date and I'll be using them freely. And that's the thing. I don't wear makeup every day. So this is where the conundrum is because, before you know it, and if you're someone who buys a lot of makeup, you just can't wear it all the same time, all at once. And this is the thing. You are going to get to a point where, especially with eyeshadow palettes, they're going to expire. You just can't use them up. You'll never use them up in its time period. Ever. I mean, you might be one of these people who has a palette and you might use that one brown shade over and over again and hit pan. You might. I think what was it? There was one product, I still have it though, I'm still using it. There's one product that I've hit pan on, which is a Danessa Morix, what do you call it? It's a contour, not a bronzer, it's a contour. Contour, sounds very professional then, contour. That I've actually hit pan on it, but I still have some product left, so I'm still using it. But that's the thing, I'm never going to use it up in its dedicated period of time. It's going to expire, but it's still okay unless it suddenly goes off. I mean, I've got a Danessa Morix, what do you call it? Well, I've got a couple of her palettes, but blush palette, which is a cream formula, it would probably be out of expiry. It's fine. It doesn't make me break out. I don't use it all the time. This is the thing though. Do you chuck it out? Or if it's a product that you love, do you go and buy a new one? But if you don't use it every day, it's always going to expire. This is the thing. Unless, you know, I'm not an influencer. I don't wear makeup every day. There's some days where I don't, you know, for me, skincare even, I do my very best to use my skincare products every day. There's some days where I don't. Actually, there's not many, but all in all, in regards to makeup, there's some days where I don't wear makeup. I might just at least put on some sort of lip, for example, because like that's my favourite product ever. But by and by, I'm not doing a whole full face. And this is the thing, there's stuff that just expires. And this is the thing, do you just chuck it out? Knowing that, unfortunately, there's some products that we love and adore that are now being reformulated and you're just never going to get again. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Do you wear expired makeup? I was going to say expired lipstick. Do you? And that's the thing. Some of the lipsticks I've got that are older, I mean, there'd have to be some lipsticks that I've got that are probably past the expiry date. They're fine. They don't smell. They're not funky. They actually smell exactly as they were when I originally bought them. They haven't done any weird shit. And that's the thing. It's a lipstick on your lips that, you know, I don't know. This is the thing. Throwaway society. Is it dangerous to wear expired makeup? I'm sure a dermatologist would say to me, yes. Don't do it. I will say to you that there are hundreds of thousands of women out there wearing expired makeup, living their best life, and they're absolutely fine. And guess what? I'm one of them. The end. Have a nice day and see you later. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. Thank you to those who listen to my podcast. As always, I do truly appreciate it. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can anytime via my email address, which is info@thetequilahour.com.au. I used Instagram primarily for my YouTube. I was going to say, no. I use Instagram as the primary place that I, announce my new podcast. So there's the Tequila Hour page and my personal one, which is the one Amanda page. They both have corresponding YouTube channels as well. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there today. Thank you. Have a great weekend. And you know what? I might do a sneaky podcast tomorrow for those who are listening. See ya. Bye.